Hey, man.
Hey, congratulations to #1 right here.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Definitely, man. Yo, dope album. I'm gonna listen to that all day. I've
Thank
been
you, bro.
checking that out, and it's definitely well deserved. Definitely. I always love when I see like a dope project do well. Like sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes you see some projects that just have some backing behind them and they do really well. And sometimes you see a super dope project and it takes a while for people to build it up. This one hit right out the gate.
For sure, bro. We did that on purpose. First of all, thanks for having me on the show. But yeah, we wanted to kick it off with a banger, with a futuristic head banging, welcome to the record, welcome to the caliber type song. So that was Butcher Shop, you know what I mean? So we did it. What up,
Mm,
Brian? What up, Known?
for sure, for sure. Butcher Shop. I want to talk about that.
All right.
You said the line pissed off like when Jigga heard Ether. Now the question I wanted to turn on this is like let's say like a super dope MC drops a diss back to you.
Yeah.
It's ether. It's fire. What is the first move? What is like who's the producer you're calling? Like who's
To be honest, bro, I'll probably call someone in my team, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Fucking Bobby Clark or fucking IR Evan or a Starcore or C Lance or fucking Ivan 604, anyone in my immediate circle. But that I'm not gonna fucking, I won't even respond to a fucking petty little rap fucking thing unless like they're of substantial stature. Because at this point, to respond to somebody, there has been a couple little disses made to me in the last year, but they were like so small and so marginal. It's like if I respond, everyone that fucks with me is gonna go check them out, whether or not they're gonna like not like it or whatever because they're on my team. But it's like, why would I give them the free clout? So first of all, it has to be someone of a substantial stature because I've been working so hard to get to where I am. So if someone just started yesterday or has a following of 7 people and they hit me with a diss, it's not even worth my time. Like I'm just giving them shine by responding to
right.
them. You know what I mean? But if it's someone of a substantial stature, I'll come out. I'll
Yeah,
hit the team quick. I'll hit the fucking studio immediately and do what I do.
yeah. That's exactly what I was saying. Because like when Nas dropped that ether, like whoop, you
Yeah,
know.
that's crazy, bro. That shit was
Yeah,
but see, that's different too because Nas and Jay-Z were competing for kings of hip hop, kings of New York at that era. That'd be like me and Stitch having a beef now, and then that would be different. Then it's like, all right, you did some, I'm gonna do some. You did some, I do some. You know what I mean? And then we make
yeah.
a fucking album later down the road where we fucking are friends again and everything is kosher. You know what I mean? So it's like that would be different. You know what I mean? Then I would be like, oh shit, okay, but like it'd have to be someone on that kind of stature where it's like pen game is proper, but also you got to have some more viewership and a little more power in behind you. I'm not going to just answer to people with like 17 fucking followers, you know what I mean? Or 500 views on a fucking song or something. That's what they want. They want you to respond to that because then they get some love out of that. Fuck that.
Definitely on Only Humans. On Only Humans.
Which one? Only
Uh,
Human.
yeah, yeah. And there you kind of started off kind of like and like I don't know if you see things the same way as I do, but
Yeah.
it kind of seemed like that. But
Yeah.
for helping people out, we all want to build each other up. It's better to have
See a
uh,
brother down. If I seeing a brother down, I'm helping him out, man. That's some real shit, bro. Been there, done that. You know what I mean? I want to. We're humans. We're only human. So it's just me saying like, yo, it's just us being like, we got to support one another. You know what I mean? If you see a brother down, help him up. That's the only time I'll be looking down on a brother. One of my brothers is help the motherfucker up, bro. You got to uplift people in your circle and shit like that. So that's what that shit's about. We're all human. We all make mistakes, but you got to help each other out. And because that's how you succeed, man, is by fucking helping and loving. You know what I mean? That's what that shit is about. So.
like for me, it started off like that, and then by the end of the verse, you were saying like yo, like, these friends will be the ones that like fuck you over. But the whole point I was trying to get from the beginning was yeah, like me, like I've had a point where I was helping another person with a video,
Yeah.
and I was telling them things. I was telling them a bunch of things on how to use the program and different things like that.
Right.
And then somebody else said to me, they're like, "Hey, you really gonna tell this person all that?" I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll help them out because like my art isn't based off like my skills of like editing.
Right.
My art is me being me,
Right.
right?
No, of
And
course, man.
nobody can ever take that away. So like if I know how to like market something or I know how to do something,
Yep.
I'll definitely let the next person know. You know,
Yo, but it's all about sharing the knowledge. You know what I mean?
for sure,
Sharing. So, but you got to also watch out for people in your circle. It can be the ones in your own circle that are going to hurt you. You know what I mean? So, in the end, so just be selective and be careful with who you associate with. You know, but we all are. You know, we all make mistakes and shit. That's what it is. It's just kind of keep an eye on both sides of the playing field. You know. So, what up, Pollard?
for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Streets is on fire.
Yeah.
The part you're talking like right before your verse. It made me want to ask how was your in the house when you were young? What were some of the lessons that kind of being taught in the house or
Well, I come like I said. You know, I come from a like very anti-establishment family.
yeah,
Like my parents. You know, my mother left my father when we were very young, moved to Berlin, Germany, and it was crazy. The neo-Nazi movement was fucking crazy in the streets. And on Hitler's birthday, it would just be wild. There'd be neo-Nazis fighting against anarchists and punks, and we were on the side of the anarchists and punks, like, you know, counterculture, fucking anti-establishment people. And it'd just be clashing. Molotov cocktails thrown, fucking hosing down Nazis, and like we had home we basically lived like a block away from the junkyard where we had a bunch of like friends live in a fucking junkyard. That's also kind of where I got my name from, you know. But we lived like close off a junkyard, and like all these fucking literally these fucking rebel punks and shit. Like that's what my mom was part of this group, and they used to like rebuild tanks out of broken fucking old like industrial military parts. We were cruising around the streets in tanks, sitting like not with that are functional, but just the machine itself, driving around. War zones going on, bro, in Berlin, like literally crazy shit. So, and you know, they were fighting against oppression and fighting against, you know, fucking against skinheads, bro. Fuck skinheads and shit. You know what I mean? Like, so it was only natural for me to like just carry that vibe, like that is the sentiment in the house, like, yo, you know, equality and treating people, all people from all areas, like, you know, with respect, and everyone has you know, everyone deserves to be heard and deserves to be loved type of shit. That's where I come from. But we were like hardcore because they were literally, you know, my family was fucking beating the shit out of skinheads in the streets, bro, when I was a little kid. And that's just facts. So, yeah, I carry that over into my music, and I carry that over into my everyday life. You know what I mean? That's some real shit right there. Like, that's no cap, bro. That's for real.
for sure. I definitely appreciate that. You know, I definitely appreciate that. I feel that. Like why the fuck should somebody be better than somebody else?
Yeah, they're not, bro. So, and there's dumb motherfuckers everywhere, and there's great people everywhere. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man. So, and that's the same thing. Anyways, not to veer off, but like I did this other song, "What's Wrong, What's Right." You know, it was kind of about that too. It was anti-establishment and just standing up for a certain demographic of people. So, you know, I'm just always been about that. You know what I mean? I've always been about that. That's real shit. I'm not trying to capitalize on anybody's fucking oppression and use it as my own. I just been through that. I've been in there. I've been in the fucking trenches of that shit. I've fucking immigrated here. Do I have privilege? Fucking rights I do. I'm white. Of course I do. You know, this is a sad state of the world, but that's just the way it is, and it's fucked up, and I know that. But I also felt that, you know, immigrating to a different country, couldn't speak the language at all, bullied because I looked different, didn't speak the language. So I get the not fitting and feeling fucking outcast and not feeling appreciated and shit. So that just always was kind of a part of me, you know what I mean? And now I use my platform to fucking discuss this type of shit. And I don't like injustices on anybody. You know, other people have it much harder than I do. 100%. I'm not saying that I have it hard, but I understand because I was kind of like I kind of went through some of that shit when I was younger, you know. So that's where I'm at.
I definitely hear that. But speaking different languages, are you good at like rapping in different languages?
Yeah, man, I rap in Italian and German. I'm definitely not as good rapping in Italian or German as I am in English, obviously, because I've been rapping, in English for fucking
Yeah.
20 some years. But I definitely get busy with the English. Like when I go to Europe, when I'm touring Europe and shit, I'll go to every like country that we're in. I'll just like tear off my sweater and have like the jersey from that city, and then start rapping in that native tongue of that town. And shit's just been wild out there. So I definitely have that in my repertoire for sure. But I
That's
do speak
definitely
English and German fluently. Yeah, for sure. Those are like, though I spoke German and Italian before I spoke English. So yeah.
I, I could definitely imagine like a crowd like seeing your English stuff and
Yeah.
like knowing that and then like being there and like all of a sudden you start speaking a different language. I can imagine like the people like of that language probably just like eat the fuck out. Like,
Yep.
oh shit.
Yeah, bro. Shit's fucking crazy, bro. Shit's crazy.
Definitely. So what age did you move over here?
I was like 9 years old, something like that, 8 or 9.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
what was like when was that moment like when like you kind of knew you're like, yo, I'm a fucking, I'm a lion, I'm a fucking beast, I'm a fucking,
I don't
I'm a
know, man. I
destroyer.
think just being fucking bullied and picked on, turned me into that beast. Like, fuck this. I'm gonna utilize my weakness as my strength and turn it around and just flip it on everybody and just start beasting. So I think, when I first came here, and
Yeah,
that's a short story, but that's just facts. You know what I mean? That I sometimes with the shit that hurts you or whatever can make you much stronger. You know what I mean? So if you channel into some kind of energy like that, you can just overcome anything and just start beasting. So that's kind of what it all is. That's what it's all about, to be honest. Lions eat goats type of shit.
so, so, I want to ask you the same question I asked Young Fitch.
Or
He said he found out he was number one by you calling him.
yeah, I
And
texted him. I tried to call him, but he didn't answer.
but I want to know like how was it like did somebody tell you or you just look it up or
Well, I'm on the West Coast, so it came out midnight New York time. And I was still up, so I was just like checking the charts and shit. I was like eager and expecting. I wasn't expecting to even chart in the top 10 or 20, to be honest. But
yeah
I was just like, fuck it, let's see what happens here. I know a lot of people pre-ordered the album, all that stuff. So
yeah
I just stayed up. I slept like 1 hour. I was too excited to catch any sleep. But yeah, I was just checking the charts. And then it was number 3. And then my other homie's like, how do I check? And he hollered. And I was like, oh, this is how you do it. And then he hit me back. He's like, bro, you're not number 3. You're number 1. So it was crazy. It's wild.
that had to be like did you just like stand up and like beat your chest and shit like that or like
No, no. I just called fucking, told my family, my mom and my dad, called people in Europe and my cousins and most of my family still live in Europe. So I just called all those people and everyone's happy and stuff. My friends calling me and shit, congratulating me. So it's blessed, bro. I've had a crazy rough 12 months, so I'm very happy today. It's nice to have a good day, really good day sometimes.
for sure definitely a good day like and definitely like I know you have a lot of celebrating to do.
I'm going to celebrate, bro. I got a cake. I got some homies. I'm sober. Tomorrow I'm 2 months sober. So I'm celebrating with just eating some cake and going to the studio and working on some music with my homies and, with the squad, because why not? That's the best way to celebrate. That's what I'm doing.
For sure, for sure. So yeah, I want to say thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, well,
And
thanks for having me, man.
and another time when we got more
For
time, I want
sure.
to get an in-depth interview and
For
really
sure, brother.
talk
For
about some
sure,
dope
my
shit.
friend. Thanks for having me, man. Thanks a lot, bro. I appreciate that. Have a good night and keep streaming. Keep tuning in. Thank you to everybody. Peace out.
Yeah, peace.
Peace, bro.